Your detailing business is making revenue, but you're not taking home as much as you want because you're pricing your upsells wrong. And if you fix it, you can easily increase your profit. In this video, I break down key pricing and customer experience mistakes most detailers make when it comes to upsells on the back end and how they're leaving tens of thousands of dollars of profit on the table, and how to fix them so you can hit record months in profit. My name's Ryan Khan. I took my own service business to over $1 million per year by the age of 21. I run the largest marketing company for mobile car detailers in the entire world, and we've generated over $40 million for car detailers. So let's break down why your upsells are one of the most important pieces when it comes to making profit in your detailing business. So let's say you sell a basic interior detail at a base price of $200, and you spend $10 on gas and chemicals to service the client. And then you spend $40 on ads to book the appointment. And then let's say you have an employee. You spend $60 on labor to get the job done. Now, if you don't have employees yet, this is still important, because if you understand this now, it gets easier when you do have them. So if I do 10 plus 40 plus 60, that's $110. Let's add an extra $10 in there for random expenses. That leaves me with about $80 in profit. That's what I make or take home as the owner per sale after paying for labor, marketing, and gas and chemicals. If you do 40 of those jobs and you make $80 in profit a month, that's $3,200 a month in profit. Now, let's say through upsells, I raise my average ticket to $280. Think an extra $80 per client through selling high-ticket services like ceramic coatings, paint corrections, or other services like engine bays, headlight restorations, etc. Let's say I sell an engine bay for $80 or a headlight restoration, and it takes me 1 hour to do the extra service, which is very long for one of these. But let's just say for example's sake, and I have to pay another $20 out in labor to my employee. Well, I just made an extra $60 in profit just on that upsell. So now my total profit, I have 80 from the base job, but then I made another 60, which is almost double, just from adding on one upsell. My total profit becomes 140. That's almost double. With that one upsell, I almost just doubled how much I take home from the job. Going from 200 to 280, that $80 difference is only 40% more, from 200 to 280 in total price. It increases my profit by almost 100%. The reason is, as you see in this graph here, is this first black line represents on the $200 detail. You can see in red, these are all one-time expenses. You have this much profit left after. That's the gas, the time to drive out there, the advertising cost to get the customer in the first place. You only have to pay those one time. So when I sell this add-on, I get to keep almost all of it because I already paid for advertising, I already paid for gas and time to drive out there. It's almost all profit besides what I pay for labor to get it done, which is small. Look at how much green is on the second half of the black bar versus on the lower half. That extra $50 to $100 you tack on per client by doing the basics and making sure to really go and push for upsells when you arrive at the job, not just going in and out. By taking the time to build value and explain each one to the customers is what drives profit. Now, how do you actually get that extra $80 to $100 or $200 per client average? If you don't understand this one thing, you don't understand business, so pay attention. LTV is fractal. In simpler terms, most of the profit you make will be driven by a few customers. In even simpler terms, let me give you an example. Let's say I have 10 clients. I want to increase my average ticket from $200 to $350. That's a $150 increase. So I want to get an extra $150 per customer on average. Keyword average. A lot of people think this comes from, well, I have to sell all 10 people on a $150 service as an add-on. That's completely wrong. If you think like that, you're thinking completely backwards. And let me explain to you why. What happens is these first 8 people out of 10 customers, these first 8 usually buy almost nothing extra, or if they do, it's like something for $20 or $50. One person, right, the 9th person, has a little bit more disposable income. He might purchase something for like $100 to $300 as an add-on. Then 1 out of 10 or 20 will be the whale client who has a lot of disposable income. These are the rich clients you get. They can easily buy something for $1,400 or $2,000 or $1,000 if you can convince them or sell them on it. Think of paint correction or a ceramic coating. They have lots of disposable income. So I got nothing from the first 8 customers. On the 9th customer, I got $100. And on the 10th customer, I got $1,400. That's $1,500 total. Divided by the 10 clients, I just increased my average ticket per client by $150. This one person has more disposable income and purchasing power than these other 9 people combined usually. Also remember the 20 by 5 rule. Usually 20% of your customers can afford something 5 times as expensive as what you initially sold them. If you sell 10 people a $200 detail, about 1 to 2 people can usually afford $1,000 ceramic coating or paint correction or any add-on package like that. A lot of detailers I talk to, I now work with almost 300, get frustrated because they say most of the customers I talk to can't afford or don't want to buy add-ons or my high-ticket packages from me. And that's okay. You only need 1 or 2 out of 10 to do so to maximize your average ticket. The mistake most detailers make is they focus on and get upset over why these first 8 people aren't buying their high-ticket stuff when they were never the right customer for it in the first place. They get frustrated, easily discouraged, and they don't take their time to execute or learn proper sales process for their high-ticket services on these 2 people. What that looks like is maybe doing a paint correction on a small portion of their car for free, on just a small area. That way they can see the difference a paint correction could do for their vehicle. Maybe it's really having a conversation about the swirl marks on their car, taking the time to explain why a paint correction or ceramic coating can really help them increase the value of their car, show them strong before and afters via video and pictures so they can really see and immerse themselves. Take your time to work the sale and earn the sale for the people with money. See, what happens is people evenly spend their time across these 10 people, and then when the first 8 people literally don't have the money or don't have the disposable income or are not in the market to purchase it, you're wasting your time with the wrong people. These are the 2 people you want to spend all the time on when it comes to upsells. Most of your customer base may not ascend into the expensive stuff, and that's fine, especially when you're first starting out. As you get more reviews, more credibility, and reputation, you will naturally get better clients. But make sure when you land a client who has more of that disposable income, try to maximize the opportunity. A good way to depict this is this statistic. Now, this is a real statistic. Roughly the top 1 or 2% of the wealthiest people in the world control about close to 50% of the world's money. The top 1 or 2% control the same or more than the other 98 or 99% of the population. It's the same thing with your customer base. The top 10 or 20% usually can buy more stuff from you than the other 80% combined. So you want to make sure that you spend as much time as possible trying to maximize what that top 20% spends with you. Because again, if you're trying to increase your average ticket by $150 per sale, it's not going to come from getting 10 people to buy $150. It's going to come from getting 1 person to buy $1,500 from you and making sure you maximize that opportunity. Now, if you found this video valuable and you want help with growing your detailing business, I want you to click the first link in the description to apply for our program where we start you off with a 5-day free trial. Now, the program is not for everybody. This is not for people who detail as a side hustle. We're really looking for people who are hungry, ambitious, preferably young. You're in a season in your life where you just want to go all in on your detailing company. It's the most important thing to you right now to just make a lot of money, be successful. You want to escape the 9 to 5, escape the college grind. You just want to go all in and make a lot of money from your business. And nothing's more important to you than then. You want to separate yourself from everyone you live with around you and show them and prove to yourselves and others why you can make this business work and just become unrecognizable through success. It's not for people who do this as a side thing, or if you are doing it as a side thing, if you plan to stay there, this is not for you. This is for people who really want to build a big business, go all in, you're willing to leave your job, you're willing to drop out of school if things line up. If that's you, I want to invite you to our community of detailers that we've helped scale past $10,000 a month or who are already at $10,000 a month and want to hit that $50,000 a month. Click the first link in the description to apply for the program to work with us. If you qualify, we'll start you off with a 5-day free trial so you can see what you're all about. I'll see you on the next video.